Hey guys, let's talk microwave cooking. So Tupperware has two really cool microwave cookware systems that let you make dinner all in one item, all in one time, in anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, including dessert if you want to. We have two we're going to show you today. This one is called the Stack Cooker, and this one is called the Smart Multi-Cooker. Now, just a warning, my dog is feeling really left out right now, so if the camera jerks, that means that he's jumped up on our camera woman, or camera grandma as he likes to call her. So, the Smart Multi-Cooker is actually a steaming system, and it's really cool. I wish you could be here to hold this, because this is what always gets everybody. So it starts with a casserole. That's a 3-liter casserole, just normal, safe microwave plastic like everything else. And then it has this. You can see it's a colander. Hello, I can see you. Can you see me?
Yeah.
So this colander is heavy. It is not just your normal plastic. And the reason it's heavy is because it's metal. And you go, oh no, you can't put metal in the microwave. You can put metal in the microwave in two circumstances. If it's totally encased in something like plastic that's microwave safe, as this is, you won't see any metal anywhere. Or if it's perfectly smooth, like when we show you our MicroPro grill. So the purpose of this is that you can cook meats and fish and that type of stuff in here. Stuff that you wouldn't normally cook in the microwave because it gets really tough and dried out. But what the metal does is when you put it in here, it deflects the microwaves. So the microwaves aren't actually cooking the meat that you've put in or the fish. What it's actually doing is the water you put in the bottom as the steamer is steaming up and cooking the fish. So you have the healthiest meat ever. You're not losing vitamins or minerals or any other nutrients. It's steamed, so it's moist and it's wonderful. When they first told us we were going to cook chicken in the microwave, it's like, no way. But when we tried it, it was absolutely unbelievable. And still, every time we make stuff in here, we sit down for dinner and we go, wow, like I forgot how good this is. Now, the really cool thing is you don't just have to put just water in here for the steamer. This is also can cook pasta or rice or any sort of vegetable in water. There's a minimum fill line, and you have to make sure you put it to that point with your pasta inside or your rice or your vegetables. We do carrots and potatoes and things like that, or the rice. Put your steamer on top, put your meat in it. And then there's another little colander, and you put that one on top and you put your vegetables in there. And then you take the cover, which is also metal encased, put it on top so that the microwaves aren't going down this way either. They're only hitting down here, boiling the water, causing the steam to come up. And literally in 10 minutes, you have dinner. Some of the things we like to do, we love to make an Alfredo. So we put pasta in here. Otis, and leave grandma alone. We put pasta in here. We fill it up to the water line. Then we put chicken in here and we season it with some Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper and stuff like that. We use this for asparagus, peas, tomatoes. With tomatoes or anything that has a skin on it, you want to cut them in half so that they don't accidentally explode everywhere. We've done peas, we've done broccoli. You can use fresh vegetables or frozen vegetables and put the seal on. And in my 900-watt microwave, in 10 minutes, that is done. So all you have to do is open it all up, put your chicken in with your pasta, put your vegetables in with your pasta. Just use your favorite jar of whatever sauce you like. We really like Alfredo sauce. Stir it all up. This is hot enough that you don't even have to heat your jar of sauce. It'll heat everything up. And you have more than enough in here to feed a family of 4. You can add a little salad if you want, add some buns or some garlic bread or something. I mean, you have 10 minutes while this is cooking, so you might as well stay busy. Now, one of the other really cool things about this is it also works as a rice or a pasta cooker on its own. Now, it's got little marks inside that you will never see on the camera, so I won't show you. It shows the maximum fill lines for pasta or rice. It has this nifty little cover, which prevents boilovers, because you know it's bad enough on your stove. Could you imagine that boiling over in your microwave? Then you'd have to call my mom over and get her to clean it for you, because nobody cleans it like she does. So you put this on so you don't get a boil over, and then you put on the magic cover, which clicks down into place, and then you put it in your microwave for the prescribed amount of time for how much you're doing. Again, for a pot of rice, it's usually around 9 minutes or so. But again, all the microwaves are different, so you have to check it out. Take up your lid, take up your cover, fluff it up, and again, you're good to go. You can do a whole bunch of rice and freeze it, and then you've got it for when you need it. The other really nice thing is that this does come with a seal. So you can put your seal on, put your leftovers in the fridge, and your entire dinner is done in basically one pot. It's pretty magical. So this was actually the first thing I got from Tupperware. This was a sign-up bonus when I signed up as just a wholesale member to start with. And we've been using it since a year ago, February, and we really love it. One of our favorite things to do is we'll do fish in the big colander, asparagus in the small colander, and then some rice in the bottom one, and put it out on your plate after 9 minutes, and it's delicious. Maybe a little bit of dill dressing on top if it's a salmon or something. Just the fastest meals ever. One of our other favorites is doing pasta, chicken, and your choice of vegetable, and just mixing it all together with some ranch dressing. You know, it's one of those things, when we cooked it, we thought it sounded very weird, but the taste, it's just way better than the sum of its parts. When we come to the stack cooker, you'll see there's a different look of plastic, still absolutely microwave safe, but this doesn't have any metal in it. So this, if you're going to cook your meats in that, they've provided you with a casserole that doesn't have holes in it, because that way your meat won't dry out and drip down. You can put a sauce right in with it, like barbecue sauce or the ranch dressing, the Alfredo sauce, whatever you like to cook it with, and cook it in there. So again, we have the 3-liter casserole. We have a, oh, and it doesn't tell me, I think it's a 1.5-liter casserole. It also does have a colander though, so you can use it as a steamer that way. But one of the other things you can do, if you're cooking ground meats or ground pork in here, you can put the colander inside the small casserole, and as it's cooking, the fat will all drip under it. So then when you pull this out, it's just the beautiful cooked meat, and all of your fats and stuff have dripped into this tray. So that's really great. The other cool thing with this one, you can take the cover and use it as a cover, or you can put it this way and cook your vegetables in there. Just put a couple of tablespoons of water in, or some other liquid if you like cooking them in chicken stock or something. And again, there's your dinner. This one, because of the metal, it doesn't heat up quite as much. So this is more like a 15-minute dinner. So I guess you're going to have to really budget for the extra time this takes. There's also some really cool recipes for this where you can actually make like a peach cobbler or something in here while you're making your dinner. So that's very cool. Now, this one also comes with the seal, so you can put it in the fridge with your leftovers and not have to clean everything up or dirty more dishes. The other super cool thing is this comes with sort of the bundt form. So this fits right in the middle, and then it's just like a bundt pan, right? And the reason for that is you can actually bake in here. We make cakes in here all the time. You can make an angel food cake in here. You can make any kind of cake. We love the cake mix cakes. You take any flavor of cake mix, you take any flavor of pie filling, and you take 3 eggs, and you put them all together. You put them in here. 9 minutes later, you have the best cake ever. It's really awesome for an angel food cake mix, because this is a bit smaller, I think, than most angel food pans. You only use half the box, or you will have angel food cake out to here and everywhere. If you do make a cake in here, you just let it cool for 5 minutes, and then it plops right out like magic, and you have your own little bundt cake. Another really cool thing you can do is make a meatloaf, put it in here. What this does is when you have something solid in here, like a bunch of eggs, if you want to make a scramble or an omelet, or a meatloaf where it's all compacted. Normally microwaves tend to cook from the outside in, and sometimes your center bits can be raw when everything else is done. But with this form, if you do a meatloaf ring, then it will cook really evenly and you'll have a yummy dinner. And just think, when you take it out and you do your meatloaf bun, you can put your mashed potatoes in the middle and you're gonna look like one of those fancy Food Network chefs because it's all so pretty. So these are our two absolute favorite stack cooking items. I don't know if you made me choose, I don't know which one I could live without and which one I could keep, because they both are so awesome in their own ways. But I'll tell you, the steaming is pretty wonderful. If you have any questions about these at all, just let us know. And then, hey Otis, come on up. Come on. Come say hi, quick. There we go. Now Otis can have his couple of minutes on camera too and not feel so left out. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.